Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get on. Welcome back, everybody. After
Dork.
long high, of course I'm a dork. Have you
before
met me?
before we get into it all, I know we usually talk football, but I do have to say, how about them Brewers?
How about them Brewers? I
Yeah,
mean, they had first place, then
they're
they
still
lost
in.
it.
Well,
Oh,
they're tied right
they're
now.
tied now. They're
Yeah,
tied
they're
now.
tied right now. But we also have a series coming up with the second place guys. So you know,
So not the Cubbies.
yeah, the Cubbies.
Well, then they're also first place. Then if you're tied.
Not for long.
It could be a big indication
Yeah,
because
yeah.
if
That
one team
series definitely
sweeps
will
the
be.
other,
Yep,
then that's obviously a huge deal. But if
yep.
it's like, 2 out of 3, it's one leaves with the lead, but how confident
Hmm.
is that? So
Yep.
my twins suck, so we're not gonna talk about that.
That's one of the reasons why I brought it up because it's
Sell
definitely.
that team. Sell that team. I hate the owners. I mean, they're the best owners ever. I would never.
We're not sponsored by anybody, so you can say whatever you want.
I know we're not,
And
but
nobody's even watching us, so it's all good.
oh yeah, yeah. No, there's like five. There's like five people. We get 5 views. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's all good. But
Yep.
so today's program is kind of like with pre-season, not even pre-season. Isn't the Hall of Fame like next week or something? This week, next week. It has to be next week. I haven't seen anything on my phone yet. So
That one I honestly don't even know. I know obviously training camp is starting,
yes,
so
training camps
um,
are in full swing, and we already have our first casualty.
the the owners meeting is actually on a training camp day, so
Oh,
that,
funny.
that's kind of cool. I thought about actually
Poor.
going to it this year, but it's on a freaking weekday. Like I work for a living. Yes, I'm an owner of the Green Bay Packers, but it's not paying my bills. So
Owner.
yeah,
We'll call it that. We'll play along. In case you guys haven't noticed, yes, I have new decor. I am
yeah,
at a new place. I'm no longer in the basement. I'm in a half basement now, which looks much nicer. No, like it's an apartment, whatever. It's like half underground, half not, which makes the bill for summertime much nicer.
yeah, yeah. I was actually thinking about moving my studio to the basement, but
Well,
for
there's
now
that.
we're still here in this room.
Yes, we are. Um, so today, and probably the next couple ones, it's gonna be kind of fantasy football slash training camp related stuffs.
Yep.
But I couldn't help but notice that a green team already has its first casualty. Thankfully for this guy right here, it is not the Packers. The
Right.
poor Jets. The poor stinking Jets.
They cannot. Of course, we're talking Justin Fields.
Yes. Which, you know,
Mm,
is it necessarily a bad thing for them? I'm not sure because
right.
he hasn't really fully proven himself to be like, okay, this guy's legit number one type of person, right? Um, but this might open up the window for a trade for somebody from Atlanta area. Your guy, Kirk Cousins.
My guy?
Yeah, your guy.
Nah. I'm honestly just sad that Mr. Rogers didn't decide to come back to the neighborhood.
I am so very excited that he did not. Well, and no, he wanted to. That's the thing. He was basically on his knees, ready to, like that's how much he wanted to be up here because he can tell he can see a good team when he sees one, and
Oh
so
yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Uh-huh. Yep. Well,
thankfully,
with him on it, it wouldn't have been a good team. So there's that.
so you're saying JJ McCarthy is better than Rodgers?
At this stage of the game, I would say anybody is better than Rodgers.
Okay, that's a fair
Now,
criticism or
obviously,
whatnot.
he's had his years. He's had his good, time, playing. He's had, several years of highly competitive football. But
Mm-hmm.
at this time, it's time to ride in the sunset.
Right.
He's past his prime is definitely an understatement. It's time to go, and he's not taking the hint. So,
Yeah.
I would not feel very good about any team taking him, and we'll see how that works
Right.
out
Well, it's
for
the
the yellow and gold
Steelers.
or the yellow and black.
It's the
So,
Steelers. So I mean, you saw the junk they had at quarterback last year and still made the playoffs. And
yeah,
or wait, I think they did, right? Pretty sure they did. And
I'm not sure, honestly.
I know they had a winning record. I don't know that much. And so it's a weird system down there, but it works for them, I guess. Um so fantasy wise, what are the implications of, let's look at the North first, like Love and his situation. You guys got a new wide receiver, which apparently is supposed to be your savior, which
It'll
I'm
be
not sure about.
interesting to see what he does for sure.
Right.
Um, I'm excited, but I'm also skeptical a little bit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be interesting to see what Golden does.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember last time there was a Golden Tate. He did wonders for your team, at least that one game. Whether we had the replacement refs.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. And then
I'm
we
gonna laugh if
have
this somehow comes back to bite y'all in a game just for the fun of it, and I'm just gonna reference this moment right here. Um,
one of our receivers is going to the defense side. Did you hear that one?
I did not, but
So Bo Melton is going from wide receiver to cornerback,
that
and he's going to be wearing the same number as his brother in Arizona.
it's gonna be really hard not to just completely roast your defense that sucks so much that needs to grab a wide receiver to play on it.
I don't know if it's our defense has some holes at the moment.
Some,
And well, I mean, a couple of our players have not stayed. So
well, you saw what Detroit did to the Vikings offense. But then you also saw what Sam freaking Darnold did to the Packers defense.
yeah,
So, yeah, there's a couple holes there.
yeah,
And
that's the story as old as your hair. So
hey, that's only 45 years. The Packers have been around way longer than that.
Well, I don't know if our defense has been that bad that
long. No, because you guys had top 5 defenses before.
Yeah.
Your 2 Super Bowl wins.
But our defenses have usually been, historically part of our problem. Not usually part of our solution.
Well,
so
it's okay, so in my opinion, defenses are more built by grabbing a collection of players that you have seen do things in like the NFL, like free agents type of things. And oftentimes when you guys have had better defenses, there we go. You guys have gotten like a key free agent like the year before or whatever. Like remember Woodson for what's that? That was the recent one. And then I don't know about the far Super Bowl, but you definitely had Reggie White, he came there. Because he wasn't originally from
Yeah, see, you remember those things. I have the memory of a gerbil. So
that's why I'm here. Because I remember all the fun stuffs.
I mean, I remember Reggie White, obviously, where he came from or what he was before he was a Packer. I don't know.
The Eagles.
Yeah,
he was drafted by the Eagles, and I don't remember how that transpired. They came to you guys, but yeah, could have been trade, free agency. I can't remember 100%, but yeah, that's what happened there. So, Love, he's a better fantasy quarterback, I think, than he is an actual quarterback. Because he gets those gaudy games, right? But then he also has those, hey, let's play a gamble. Yeah. And those bad things called interceptions happen.
Interceptions are bad?
Yeah. Well, for your starting quarterback, interceptions are bad. But you're thinking for my starting quarterback, interceptions are good. So, there's not bias there at all. Definitely not whatsoever. Right. And I'm in this situation with our quarterback, and I have no idea what the heck. But you know what? I'm probably still going to draft him in the top 10 rounds just because.
Yeah.
Well, that and I play with a bunch of people from Minnesota, so.
And oddly enough, I play with a bunch of people from Green Bay. So.
Yeah. So you could probably get McCarthy last round, and it's a nice little sneaky if he does good.
A lot of the guys we play with, yes, they're Packer fans, but they're also they like to take value when they can. So
right.
And I've only been into fantasy football itself for I think this is my 3rd season. So
yeah,
I'm kind of
we're getting you there.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure things out a little bit yet. So
my first season of fantasy football, Randy Moss's rookie year. So I played a couple times.
Yeah.
I tell you what, that year and then the year Culpepper came out, that was a good couple of years for me. But let's see. The Bears quarterback, I think he has some value based on the change of coaching, stuff like that. He can throw the ball, right? It's the decision making that is the questionable part with him. So in fantasy, you can have quarterbacks throw a bunch of interceptions and still get a bunch of points because of if they're able to get the yards and at least a few touchdowns. And this guy runs a little bit too. So I think they want a little bit more of that, but in a positive run, not just scrambling around. Basically, he's like Fran Tarkenton without throwing the ball.
Huh.
Well, I mean, he can throw, if he does stuff on time, great. But when he starts scrambling around, that's when bad things happen. Typically speaking, with Fran, it was if he scrambled around, something good about to happen. But anyways, and then you got Goff from Detroit, which I would not touch him with a 10-foot pole. Because you lose your offensive coordinator, you lose, potentially a better defense that gives them the opportunities.
Yeah, it's going to
It
be interesting to see what happens with that team this year
yeah, it's
because they had
I
a
would
very they had
if
a
it came down to it and I had to pick in the top 5 like rounds, if I had to pick either Goff or McCarthy, I'm going with McCarthy because of the consistency of the Minnesota like staff. So,
yeah. The Lions had a more successful year last year than usual, and then all of their
yeah.
help just went.
Well, they've had a few successful years in a row, and I do think coordinator has something to do with that. And we saw in the playoffs when Goff was forced to be like the hero guy, what happens. I mean, he threw 5 picks. So
Yep.
we'll see what happens with that situation because it looks like he reverted back to what he was back in with the Rams. So,
Do you think the Bears are going to get a boost this year?
oh yeah, yeah. No, they've done quite a bit of stuff to their roster, both sides, and it looks like they should have some kind of competent coaching staff this time around. Which anybody was better than what they had last year. That was so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so bad.
I would like to see all 4 teams be extremely competitive this year.
Yeah.
Do you think that's possible?
It's hard to have that happen. We were really close this last year until the Bears ran into the Redskins. I mean, the Commanders. And then that just kind of spiraled them. Like they were just spiraling, I think, from that like colossal collapse because there's so much probably finger pointing and stuff like that whenever that happens. So, news, coaching staff, whatever. I think that'll happen. I'm sorry to say this, bro, but I think the Packers have the best chance at being 4th place team this year.
Oh yeah, interesting.
I mean, all you did was basically the draft. Like you did get like a guy or two free agency wise, but it wasn't even.
Yeah, they weren't making the kind of moves that I would expect. However,
Yeah.
the moves that they made last year, I questioned, and then I was wrong. So, I
Were you
mean,
wrong though?
oh yeah, I believe so.
Well,
Yep.
which I mean, the running back thing.
The running backs. Yep.
No, I mean that was the only like if they didn't make that move, you guys are toast.
He definitely was a big help in the offense last year.
Because your quarterback was not doing you guys any favors.
I'm hoping that the receiving core and the quarterback have more of a rapport
Cohesion.
this year than last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they've been working together and getting on the same page.
Is there any reports that they were throwing the ball over summertime or?
I have not heard much, but I also have been
Not paying
swamped
attention.
life. So
Right? No. That makes sense. I do know. I do know. There's been multiple reports of our guy McCarthy, like asking where they're at, and he would fly down to where they're at, and then they also came up here, voluntarily.
I haven't seen any reports of it. So
yeah,
but sometimes that stuff isn't reported too.
right. Because they're trying to keep it a secret. But yeah, no, our guy, he's been very proactive. Like, during the season last year, he was talking to defensive guys. He wanted to do film with them to figure out what they were thinking. Like, and he's been doing all the work other than actually playing last year. So he's putting in the mental work. And then, this offseason, he was doing the physical work with throwing with the guys and stuff like that. So, if he's a student of the game, that's gonna be really good because then he'll be able, even if he's not physically, the most gifted person, right? which what I'm hearing, he has a rifle of arm, so there's that. Um, but that's just what's coming out of the camp, all that different stuff. It's
Right.
it's what they say kind of thing. But I don't
Their
know.
their hype.
Yeah.
Their hype.
It'll be interesting. Like I said, I think as long as the quarterback can be average or above average, we'll be competitive with everyone else that we have around. You know, they're like national media saying, top 5 offensive line, top 5 defensive line out of Minnesota. So I like what they did. So
It'll
there's
be
that.
interesting to see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So on the fantasy thing, let's talk running
Yes.
backs.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you got your top ones. Your Barkley, your Robinson, your Gibbs. Who are you thinking further down? Like, who are your value running backs?
Yeah.
I know I'm
The,
putting you on the spot.
right. Value running backs. As far as you really want to look at guys that, like, okay, so your top guys are guys like they're consistently getting the ball almost every down type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
well, like your guy, he even is in that higher echelon of carries is what you're really looking for with that. So then after that, you're getting like down to like, split back systems have become more of a thing. And so then it's like, well, is it a true 50-50 split, or is it, one guy's going to get stuff more this time or that time or whatever? You're really just looking for somewhat consistency. Like, okay, so for example, the guys out of Minnesota, Aaron Jones, like, he's been consistent getting, a decent amount of carries, and he's done pretty well with that. Um, and I even look at the Detroit's backfield. I still think they're like kind of a split deal. So it's like you want to find the guys that are, if you're drafting first couple rounds, you want the guys that are 100% the guy. So I would honestly take your guy over like a Gibbs type of deal.
Hmm.
Um, and then after that, you want it. And I know there's a way to find this. I have to figure out if they've already done the fantasy football training camp thing yet or not, because there is where you can get like this type of information. And that is who gets the goal line carries. Because touchdowns, can supersede yards very quickly.
Yeah.
And of course, lines. Look at the lines of the offensive lines of the teams and see what, because you can have an okay back, but they're behind a good line, then it's that's going to boost that person. But if you got
a good back that's behind a bad line,
you might want to wait or hold. I mean, you can still get them, guys like that, but that's not going to be your priority.
You think McCaffrey's still going to be good this year?
I will not touch McCaffrey with a 10-foot pole.
Why?
Because he's still going to get drafted way too high for the ability, or not the ability, but for like the consistency of him being there. And way it sounds, one more bad situation with his knee or whatever, and he's done. So
yeah,
that's just one of those. Okay, if he gets past like the 8th round, I'll think about it. But he is not going to be a cornerstone of my team, 100%.
Yeah, he's been around for quite a few years, so.
Yeah, well, and there's only been like what 2 seasons where he's actually been healthy the whole year.
Yeah.
Especially the time of the year when you need him to be healthy, which if I knew, like, if I had the crystal ball, if I knew that okay, he's only going to play like 8 games, but he's going to be there for the playoffs, I'd take him, in an instant because you can patch things together to get to the playoffs. I've been very consistently getting to the playoffs in my leagues, so I feel confident that I can just stash this guy away, and then come playoff time, if he's he should be healthy, then yeah, but I don't, and so it's still just it's a eight round later guy for me.
Interesting. Yeah, I have a few weeks yet before I do my draft, but I'm definitely trying to get into the thought process of where I want to draft guys and stuff like that.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Nope. Obviously, your guy is a good guy.
Last year, I was just decimated with injuries left and freaking right. It was horrible.
Did you have CMC?
I don't. No, I didn't have him. No.
Yeah.
I was actually just about to go back and look up the picture of where I drafted guys last year.
I think
maybe we'll have to bring that up next week, and we can go through that a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
For real. So, quarterbacks we've kind of already went over. I mean, honestly, I'm a guy that, unless it's like a lights out quarterback guy, like I don't draft those guys in the first 5 rounds, because the difference between your top 5 quarterbacks all the way down to like your basically until you get to the bottom third, like the difference between that is not a lot. And so I look for value in spots where, okay, there's very few really good guys here, so I'm going to get that. So, like, tight end, I put a very high emphasis on.
Yeah, I think tight ends were going pretty high rounds on mine as well. I have a picture of the whole draft board from last year. So
yeah, because typically speaking, most fantasy football leagues are, one quarterback, 2 or 3 wide receivers, couple running backs, 1 tight end, and then maybe a flex. And so
there's only one person in my league that watches this podcast, so, and that's my girlfriend.
Well, I guess that's good.
Yeah, exactly.
Good for you. We're talking strategy, and
or are we being deceptive?
The answer is yes. The answer is always yes. So tight end, I pretty much put at high priority because there's only like 5 guys that are like elite. And then after that, it drops off so fast.
Yeah.
You're just like hoping and praying a guy gets a touchdown or whatever, where like,
right.
There's some guys out there that are like wide receiver like players. Kelsey was that for like forever, and he dropped off the table so bad this last year. I was like, oh my.
Yep.
But I forget which guys. I mean, I know Hawkinson will probably be
yep.
will be in that group. The guy from Detroit, I forget his name.
Laporta,
yeah, he's really good. What
about the guy from Arizona, McBride?
Oh yeah, probably. I'd have to I should have looked up the different stat numbers and stuff like that. Before this, I didn't think we were going to get to the tight end aspect, but yeah. And wide receivers, like the top guys, Chase, McCarthy. Wow, wrong. JJ Jefferson. I'm not touching anybody from the Packers, honestly.
As far as running backs,
wide receivers.
Well, wide receivers.
Yeah. You got the quarterbacks that are gonna get his.
The thing with the Packers is they're spreading it out so much that you can't really.
Exactly.
In fantasy, you want a guy who's going to be doing a lot, and the Packers, they don't have one that's going to be like, that's the guy that's going to get the ball.
I mean, honestly,
and the yards.
The guy that probably has the most potential is the guy you just drafted.
And honestly, as far as fantasy goes, that may be
Yeah,
that may be the case. I don't think that he's the only guy that can do the job for us. I think that
yeah,
they're going to be spreading it out so much that as
yeah,
far as fantasy goes, he may be the only guy to be interested in.
yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see for sure.
Yeah, I think the thing that makes Chase higher than Jefferson right now, I almost said it again, dadgummit. Too many JJs
Uh-huh.
is because of the rookie. Like that's the only downside for. But we've also seen in the past where you know Jefferson is kind of quarterback proof. So
Yeah. You think the likes of Nakua will still be up there?
Puka Nakua, yeah, Nakua will be higher. I don't know about number one status, but
Yeah, not number one for sure. But
he will definitely get his, especially now that the other guy is gone. And Nakua, like I seen him last year, dude. That's an impressive athlete. Like just in general, like he could probably play running back if he wanted to. Like, but then that would shorten his career, so he's probably not going to do that.
yeah, the other guys,
Debo,
as far as
I
fantasy that I'm looking at
think
is
Debo's decent. Um, he's going to get the ball quite a bit. You know, if the Niners want to bounce back, he's going to be have to be the flexible guy where they pass it to him and they hand it off. In different ways they do there. There's been a lot of movement. I'm really have to look at the different player movements to see what Pickens is already starting to get the injury bug, which is a lot of. It's really funny how a lot of former Steelers are getting the injury bug right now, honestly. But yeah, don't touch Rodgers because
I think he's going to go like number one on our board probably.
what? You're such a liar. I'm staring at your shirt and I just have to laugh. The North is not enough. Okay, but you have to win the North first for it not to be enough, and you guys haven't won it in like 5 years.
So here's my thing. Okay, this does not just pertain to the Packers.
Okay,
this pertains to all of the teams. I would like to see the North dominate the NFC.
Yeah,
and we could.
Not this crap that happened last year where everybody got freaking one and done. Like, what the heck?
Exactly. The North is not enough. I mean, we have stiff well, we're getting more stiff competition the last couple of years, which I think is good for all of us.
Yeah.
And I think, and I've said for many years that the Packers, they when you're playing opponents that are on your level, you play to a higher level. Right. When you're playing opponents that are kind of, you play down to
less
the
than.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
and so
you're not really helping us.
I think when there's higher competition, that is good for everybody because it means that our division can step it up,
Yeah. Yep.
As a whole. And
yeah, so iron sharpens iron, right?
The North is not enough for me. I want the North to take over the whole NFC.
Yeah. I understand. I had give you a little bit of crap on that one.
Hey, I'm here. Let's go.
Oh man!
But yes, the North is not enough. I'd like to see us take over. I'd like to see a Super Bowl in this division in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I understand that, but for me, as long as it's not the Lions, that's all I care about. No, okay.
Honestly, I say the same thing about the Vikings.
No. Okay. But you have some.
I actually believe that you and I have a little bit of a wager on that one, don't we? The Vikings getting a Super Bowl
before or after the Lions?
Yeah,
I think so. In the next 5 years or whatever it was.
Yeah, we have to revisit that topic.
Yeah, I don't know where. Yeah. We should have wrote this stuff down. Oh my goodness! I need to get a pen and paper.
Well, we've only known each other for what, 12 years now?
Let's see. Well, no more, because it was winter
2014,
starting of 13.
2013. Yep, winter of 13.
So
So about
that'd
12 years.
be, yeah, 12, couple 13, 14. No. So yeah, it's been a minute, but
Yep.
no. So my thought process is with that. The Vikings have been making the playoffs, being very consistent for how many years now? With a couple of years here or there where they missed the playoffs, right? But like pretty regularly, we're
Same with the
making the
Packers.
playoffs. Okay, we're not talking about the Packers right now. We're talking about the Vikings and the Lions. With the Lions, they've been complete dog crap for how many years, and then they just all of a sudden upstart, and like that would be so ridiculous if they won the Super Bowl before the Vikings when we've been, putting in the good work. And they just, suddenly get in there, right? That would really grind my gears.
Honestly, just to watch your indignation on it would be
No
entertainment value to me.
jackwagon. No. It stops right here. No further.
This right here, this indignation.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Exhibit number 1.
Crap. I take full responsibility for that one.
Yep. It is entertaining for sure.
Jeez. Sure. Guys, say in the comments, what would you rather see happen? Me get what I want, or me get completely, of course you're gonna say number 2, jackwagon.
Let us know. It'd be fun.
Yes. All 3 of you that watch, put a comment in. Yep. So, anyways, I think that'll be kind of it for now, and hopefully we'll do something.
I will tell you actually one quick story before we roll out. I didn't grab it. I should have grabbed it, but my birthday was last week, and obviously I'm a bit of a Packer fan.
Happy birthday! By the way, I think I forgot to say that, but yeah.
My girlfriend bought me a whiskey decanter.
Oh, nice.
Which is pretty cool. It's got the logo etched on it and whatnot.
Oh, right.
But in all of their amazing product creating skills and shipping skills, they shipped the wrong one.
Which one did they send you?
Yeah, it's a Lions one. Yeah. Yeah.
So we got a closet Lions fans over here. I see.
No, definitely not.
you're cheering for them to win the Super Bowl.
And if
you got some of their product.
If we had some more viewership, maybe we could give it away to one of our viewers. But
right,
not sure we even have a Lions fan viewer.
Right. Well, I mean, to be fair, it's border battle, and it's not really, synonymous with Lions, because,
right,
so.
Yep.
But
that's interesting.
As we all know, and we end every show with, the Bears still suck.